All right, so we've talked about how you can have autonomy within your shell course while still working with a team in your blueprint. The next question people ask is, okay, so when we add pages, we add it in our blueprint. What about assignments and quizzes and calendar stuff? So this is going to be kind of a what you want and what's going to work best for you. So it's kind of the same as pages, because if you create it in the blueprint and you sync, it's going to push to every single course that's associated, so everyone on your team and all of their shell courses. So if you want assignments to be the exact same, you're going to make them in the blueprint. It'll push to the courses and you're good to go. Now, a lot of times different teachers have different due dates, or they have one little caveat they want to put in there, whatever. You can create it in the blueprint and then update it in your shell course and understand that you've created the exception. Or you can create your own assignment in your shell course so that it's only showing up in the shell and not the blueprint. If you're really into personalized learning and you like to do a lot of different groups and assign different things to different students, different due dates, I would say it would be easiest for you to create the assignment within your shell course. Because within your shell course, since you have students, and if you've created groups, they'll be in there, you'll be able to make your assignment a little more customized. So when you're doing this from the blueprint, you won't be able to assign to anyone specifically. You'll just be on this default of everyone, because in the blueprint there are no students, you have no one to assign it to. So if it were me, I would be creating my assignments in the shell so that I could just in one go here set up the assignment, and I can go ahead and add the people I want. Your other option that I've actually had some of my teachers do is they will create an assignment in their shell course, and then they will actually share the assignment in Commons, so other teachers in the team can pull it into their shell course. So that's an option. If you really don't want everyone to have to go in and create their own, they could grab it from Commons. It's not much different than making it in the blueprint and then everybody just editing on their shell course. It really depends on, again, what is comfortable for you. That is completely up to you. One thing I will mention is the calendar. So if you create an event in the blueprint calendar, so if you choose the blueprint, it's going to send the event to all of the courses assigned to or associated with the blueprint. Now, for some people, that's easier because they can add events, or so add test events or whatever in planning for both classes. But for the teacher, it's going to show up, since when you look at your calendar, it's a personalized view of your courses. You're going to see it listed. If you have 5 shell courses, it's going to list for all 5, so you're going to see it 5 times. Your students won't see it 5 times. They are just going to see it for their own course. But as the teacher, if it's through the blueprint, it's going to send out to all of them. So if 2 of your courses don't get that assignment, say you teach pre-AP and on-level, you'll have to go in and delete them. So that kind of does take a lot of extra work, and if you really don't want to see a ton of stuff on your calendar, then don't do it that way. Teachers can go in and add directly to their shell course. Now, the problem with that is if you have 5 courses and you need to add it in, you have to do it 5 times. So there's good and bad to both. It really depends on which way you're most comfortable with. So you'll have to kind of play with it and see how you feel about, do I want to send events through the blueprint so everybody gets it and I can modify on my end, on my shell side, or do I just want to go put it in initially in the shell and have to do it for each course that would need the event? So it's up to you. Play with it, see what's comfortable for you, but those are the 2 options with how the calendar works in Canvas.